Anyway, Rule 7 of the ABA Rules of Professional Conduct start out with Rule 7.1. Rule 7.1 prohibits attorneys from making false and misleading communications about the lawyer or the lawyer's services. There are, as I said before, many people who are forgoing brochures. And this is a good thing because brochures are really winding up on the side of the desk in that big round file. Don't use brochures anymore. Please, if you have brochures for your firm, feel free to use them up, but they will get tossed out more often than not. So the thing that's taken over from that is the online and your website, which is truly an online brochure if you haven't made it dynamic, but we'll talk about that in a bit. So one of the things that you have to make sure is that there are no false or misleading statements on your business cards. And these false or more misleading statements could be that you're in practice areas that you're not. Please do yourself a favor, don't violate these rules. People are actually getting censured for a lot of these. And Rule 7.3 prohibits an attorney from making direct solicitations with prospective clients in person, live telephone, or in real-time electronic communications, i.e. email. The reason Rule .73 was promulgated many years ago is to stop certain unscrupulous attorneys from doing the ambulance chasing. And believe it or not, there are still people who are hanging out in hospital emergency rooms and in at the police department, at the police station, waiting for people who have been arrested or have gotten hurt. Now, on a personal note, this is abhorrent to me. And there are so many other ways to get business in terms of rainmaking. But not only that, it is prohibitive. You know, New Jersey has recently developed a Senate rule that's in committee at this moment that wants to criminalize, yes, criminalize the use of direct solicitation by attorneys. This was actually in response to September 11, 2001. Because many attorneys were sending out to the victims and the victims' families less than 24 hours later information on how they can sue and who they can sue. Again, there are so many more ways to do this. But can networking be considered direct solicitation? And the question becomes, the answer to that question really is, yes, it could. But remember, you're not there to solicit clients. You're there to create relationships. So we talked about how to avoid that creation of that imputation of solicitation in terms of creating new clients. Always ask them to call you the next day. Always ask them to come in for a proper consultation. Never solicit clients at an event. You're there to create relationships which will eventually become business.